Alright, we're dealing with it. Hello. Feels weird, huh? Don't quite feel at home. Yeah, gotta go out.
Mom. Oh, Buffy.
She's gonna be on tenterhooks, I think, the mum, Joyce.
Sorry.
No. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't leave me. Don't leave again. Right, which is fair.
Hang a few pieces in here. Yeah, cheers up the room.
It's angry at the room.
You have no appreciation of primitive art.
Excuse you. Primitive. Alright, white lady.
I'd like to find Willow and Xander.
Will you be slaying?
Only if they give me lip.
Nah.
Can I make you a sandwich or something before you go? You must be...
Take advantage of that. Say yes.
Until that 4-course snack you served me after dinner.
Fair. Okay.
Why don't I drive you?
It's gonna be hard for you to let go for a bit, mate, but you're gonna have to.
If you don't want me to go, just say so.
No.
Yeah, we gotta...
I'm gonna put this whole thing behind us, get back to normal.
Ooh. No. Sorry. Put this whole thing behind us. You can't do that. You can't. You gotta deal with it. You can't just be like, okay, that happened. Push it away under the rug. Now we move forward. We don't talk about it anymore. Move back to normal also implies that it takes validity from what happened. By saying back to normal, you imply that that is abnormal. That it shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be around. We gotta push that, push that away. You can't do that. You got to take it in. You got to accept it, right? Because otherwise you're only going to estrange Buffy more. You got to accept what happened. Deal with that to mend this bond with your daughter. Because there's still some mending to be done. We're seeing that here. There's still a gap. Joyce here doing her best to bridge it. Bless her. That phrase and what she just said and that mindset, not the way to do it. I don't think, personally. We'll see it play out, right? But I think in her language there, she's going about it the wrong way and actually not really respecting what happened, the process, what happened, and also her part in it. We saw that last episode when she was putting a lot of it onto Giles. She's not taking it on herself yet. And I think she deserves to take some of that on herself, honestly. But I think she'll get there. Okay. Oh. Xander. Kind of looks like Xander. Yeah.
Jeez, Buff.
Oh. Whoa! Okay, Buffy, deal with this. Kick in! This is what I'm saying, guys. More kick. Sorry. What? Sorry, I missed that. Nighthawk. Let's go back. Who's Nighthawk? Sorry, the kick just overwhelmed me.
Nighthawk? Everything okay? Nighthawk?
Sorry. Yes, you are. You big bad Nighthawk, you. Hello. Oh.
Hey, Buffy.
Nice choreography there to symbolize, I think, a lot of the gang's relationship. Vampire comes in, Xander gets pushed to the side. Buffy, yeah, okay, go. She's ready. She's going to solo it. She's struggling a little bit. She's going to get it, but she's struggling a little bit. The gang all come pull it off. Symbolic, I suppose, of the help they gave her last season and, previous seasons. It's kind of what they were to her. They wouldn't necessarily kill the thing, but they would help. Right, offer support, but they're not quite enough on their own, and it takes Buffy coming in at the end to finish the job, right? That's how that fight was choreographed. Very symbolic of the gang's relationship up until this point, and their relationship with the slaying, right? And a representation of that. Interesting. Is that going to change, I wonder?
Hey, guys.
Bonjour, as the Yorkshire would say. How did that scene make it in? Sorry. Still, in the room when they were making up this footage, they were like, nah, keep that. What do you mean? This! Leave! Cut it out! Stop it! Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, out of all... Oh, forget it. Never mind. Mate, I gotta start doing this for the bell, do you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Might get props, who knows? Oh, tease ya. I will. Jazzy boy.
Just because you ran away and abandoned your post and your friends and made them lay awake every night and warn about you?
Okay.
Maybe we should wait out here.
You got it, Giles. Come on.
Thinking career change, maybe becoming a looker or a seer.
Invite her in.
How can I help, Buffy?
Nice.
I went to go see my mom first.
Yes, of course.
As she should, really.
How did you find her?
Well, I pretty much remembered the address.
Stop it.
How are things between you?
Mate, you've got a child in the kitchen screaming. Yeah, go deal with that.
What about you, Xander?
Yeah, this is a lot. And there's going to be relief. And I think it's fair for there to be a little bit of anger, frustration, but worry. Yeah. Maybe we'll see that later.
So were you like living in a box?
Perhaps Buffy could use a little time to adjust. Grill her on her summer activities.
Nice.
You can leave the sleigh and dust. We got your cover.
Have you?
All tricked out with your walkies and everything.
Nighthawk. Oh man, what would my nickname be? White Knight. No. Behave yourself. Stop it. The Schmozzler. No, it's too weird. Dickety split. No, it's too funny. Do you know what I mean? People would say it and they'd laugh. It's not what you need. Not what you need to be applying kicks, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Kingslayer. Oh, we got there. We did. We did. It took a bit. It took a while. But we nailed it.
We dusted 9 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
It's above half though.
I think I just want to get back to my normal routine.
Interesting, isn't it? We had that image of her in the room. Doesn't quite fit yet. Not quite, you know, she had to kind of leave. Go. Doesn't quite feel, again, carrying on from last episode into this one. Who's Buffy? Am I Buffy? I am, but not quite the same. It doesn't quite fit the same. It doesn't quite feel the same. And this line here, I just want to get into my normal routine again. Fair. And I understand why her kind of motivation, why her instinct to go there and want that is so strong. She just wants to get back to it. But that line plus that scene in the room, I'd be interested going forward in the episode to see how actually maybe she might struggle to get back into that routine. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't quite fit in the same way anymore. She wants that and she's trying to seek that, but I think she's trying to return to something that, like I said last episode, no longer there.
As for school, Buffy, you know you'll have to talk to Principal Snyder before.
On it.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
You don't have the right.
I have not only the right,
he's got the left.
but also a nearly physical sensation of pleasure at the thought of keeping her out of school.
You what? Hang on, no, let me, no. Sorry, I won't judge, because that's this very serious thing you just said. I just got to judge him properly. Do you know what I mean? What did you say, mate?
But also a nearly physical sensation of pleasure at the thought of keeping her out of school.
Have you? No, I'm not going to ask. Just not going to ask.
She is a troublemaker,
You're a troublemaker, mate.
and her grade point average is enough to...
Make you tingly?
Another tinkle moment.
I don't like that I can predict him like that. Sorry, excuse me.
Hot dog on a stick is hiring. You will look so cute in that hat.
Well, I got to go there, though. Yeah? Round one? No, that's not what you meant. Fair enough.
This isn't over. I'll go all the way to the mayor.
Really? Wow. Okay. All right, Batman. I wonder if they'll make her known as the Slayer, you know, to the mayor, because the mayor knows about all this stuff. Oh yeah, a bit of coffee. Hit me up. It's all right, mate. This is the thing. She's coming back into not only an environment where obviously she's not been around and they've, you know, established new routines and all that stuff, but even when she was here, we saw last season, towards the end of last season, you know, everything going on, she was often apart from the friendship group. And I mean, you know, I'm sure they were still doing stuff, but I'm kind of questioning now how much normalcy they had. And it's not necessarily Buffy's fault. A lot of that perhaps was also what was happening. You know, dealing with Angel Calendar, you know, all that stuff, being worried that that was going to keep happening. How much was Buffy out doing the Slayer stuff, you know, maybe resting during the day, going straight home, all that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, this kind of feels normal in the sense of she's been away for a while, but I do wonder, she's coming back into a space that is that end of season 2, latter half of season 2, where she wasn't really engaged with her friends in the same way that she was previous to Angel turning to Angelus, right? And again, like I say, I think just corroborates this idea of what we saw in Anne last episode being the kind of build up of half a season, you know, season 2 leading to that. And that, you know, Anne and everything she got to in that episode wasn't necessarily new. It was stuff taken from season 2, just the end result of it. She's got to establish, but this is my point, she's got to establish new routines. She's got to kind of re-establish these relationships again.
Oh, you must be Buffy.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Pat, from your mom's book club.
Oh.
I'm sure she mentioned me. I sort of took it upon myself to look after her while you were, you know, off and away or what have you. And, well, between your situation and reading Deep End of the Ocean, she was She was just a wreck, you can imagine.
You're trying to guilt her now? What are you doing? You're not talking very sensitively. Again, this lady here kind of dressing up, talking about Buffy's experience quite lightly, while dressing it up as comfort, concern. Oh, hello. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, isn't everything back to normal now? Everything's fine. Oh, that thing... we don't talk about that. Again, not giving it validity, treating it unseriously. And this lady here, Pat, thinking that she's being nice, kind about it. And she's not. She's not exercising empathy by what she just said. By, again, doing the thing that Joyce kind of did of pushing it under the rug. Of, okay, back to normal now. It's rude. It's treating Buffy's feelings, her experiences, what she's been through, her trauma, as something that is light and not of consequence.
You two need to rebond.
I mean, I agree with that though. Sure.
Pat wishes us quality time.
Mm-hmm.
What if I invited Willow and Mr. Giles and everybody over for dinner tomorrow night? Don't you think that would be nice?
Sounds kind of awkward actually.
I sort of already did. I was hoping for a yes.
So now you're also taking away power. You're deciding things for her. Deciding you know what's best for her. Deciding you know what's going to fix this. When actually, this is very personal between you and Buffy. And actually what you're doing there is kind of avoiding that. Do you know what I mean? Avoiding any kind of private moment or again, that conversation, the word choice that Joyce used in that first conversation, push it aside, brush it under the rug, back to normal now, all that stuff. She's running away. She's distancing herself from what's happened. And, you know, look, I'm not trying to blame her for that. I'm just kind of, because that's very human, you know, it was also quite traumatic for Joyce as well, right? Not a pleasant experience for Joyce. She wasn't having a good time as well, right? I'm just kind of explaining what I think we're dealing with here. But again, I'm inviting all of the people around. You know, that's not a one-on-one chat where we're going to actually deal with this. It's okay, deflect, everyone else can be here, and we're not really going to deal with anything necessarily, at least not you and me. There's no space for that, no room for that, not in that kind of environment. And that's what that does.
Don't you think that would be nice?
Don't you think that would be nice? You didn't ask her though first, did you? And you already planned it. You didn't, you know what I mean? There's a lot of disrespect in that. There's a lot of taking autonomy from Buffy. Deciding for her what's good for her, rather than, like I say, talking to her and talking about, I think, what you need to talk about, right? What happened? Why you got there? Your role in it, Joyce, as well. Which, again, I think she's running away from. She's probably not proud of that and what she said and the part she played in it. All very human, I get it, but this kind of stuff, you know, the episode demonstrating this isn't the way to go. This isn't the way to rebond. But packaged in very organic, human ways, right? It's not bad writing, it's good writing.
Run down and get the company plates?
They're normal plate people.
We never have guests for dinner.
Shouldn't that tell you something? Why don't you have guests? Yeah, and it's kind of also uncovering, I think, an issue that we've had all show of their relationship hasn't been that strong. Joyce and Buffy. They've been very apart. Joyce hasn't really paid a lot of attention to Buffy, quite often rendered judgment quite quickly on Buffy, or dismissal. Not really cared, not really tried to care. And, you know, look, you can justify that all you want, try and justify that all you want. There's precedent to do that. Joyce being a single mother, trying to do everything herself, you know, moving from place to place, finding new jobs, trying to support her and her daughter. Do you know what I mean? You can do that. You can absolutely do that. The fact remains, their relationship isn't super close. Obviously, this experience hasn't helped that, but also tells you a lot that you don't invite people round. What kind of life do you have, Joyce? What kind of life are you giving Buffy because of that kind of thing, that kind of shutting off? Okay. Oh, no.
Goodbye, stray cat who lost its way. We hope you find it.
Interesting. Stray cat who lost its way. Very Buffy, innit? Don't quite know where she is. Don't quite know who she is. This doesn't feel quite like it fits anymore. She's a stray cat. That little look that she gave there when Joyce said, I hope you find it. Hit a little bit close to home. The mask. Why did I know the mask was going to be involved? Okay. The cat. Brilliant. Well, you just need some scritches. Oh. Very dramatic. A dream? High heels. Dressed nicely. Empty. There he is.
I'm afraid.
I wonder how much of her, I keep talking about her finding who she is, you know. I wonder how much of that is going to come at the expense of letting him go. right? Because we saw this last episode too. She was still dreaming about him, you know, and there's some kind of retention of Angel in her mind, which absolutely, why wouldn't there be? But I do wonder how much perhaps of this journey we're going to see is her letting go of him, to be able to go forward, to move forward, to find who she is without him.
A girls' school.
Buffy, you made some bad choices.
You made some bad choices.
You just might have to live with some consequences.
Ah, interesting.
Nothing's settled yet.
Notice Joyce isn't asking Buffy what she wants as well. Look, you can look at it from the perspective of Joyce is just doing the mum thing. She's just doing her best. Absolutely, I grant you that too. I don't like that line though at all. The bad choice thing. Joyce doesn't understand. Why would she though? You know, everything that happened, I don't think she knows what happened with Angel yet. Sorry, I'm just realising she doesn't actually know the specifics. She just knows that Buffy's the Slayer. She slays vampires. And I suppose in her mind, I don't know how much Giles has told her, you know, because maybe Giles has told her, but we'll see. I don't know, but it's very much not a case of Buffy making bad choices. I think she did the best that she possibly could with the situation, the pieces that were put before her. It was a series of impossible choices, right?
Mom, I'm a Slayer.
Couldn't you just tell a few people, like Principal Snyder and maybe the police?
Ooh, trusting people.
Be happy to have a superhero.
Uh-huh.
Is that the right term? I mean, it's not offensive, is it?
I mean, she told you the term Slayer. She just said it right then, and you didn't use it.
That's,
I have this wonderful dealer who specializes in ancient artifacts.
Ancient artifacts, Giles. Come on.
Research mode.
shouldn't you stay with your mother? I mean, you must have...
Please, no,
Stuff to talk about. She can go with you. Away. Distance.
It's not as if I'm going to take it home and offer it a saucer of warm milk.
Why not? Maybe that's the answer.
I mean, is it a gathering, a shindig, or a hootenanny?
Good questions, yeah.
Well, gathering is brie, shindig, dip, and hootenanny. Well, it's chock full of hoot, just a little bit of nanny.
Hello. I bring the nanny, trust me.
What will we talk about at a gathering anyway? Oh, by the by, thanks for ruining our lives for the past 3 months.
Ruining your lives.
She doesn't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. So why don't we just shut up and dance?
You... Sorry, Xander bringing his brand of logic to proceedings. Brings us all down, doesn't it? No one asked you guys to get involved. You just forced your way in. At any point, you could have got out. You didn't have to do that. And sorry, as well as that, everything that happened and the emotional toll that took on Buffy, you've got to be a little inhuman to think of it that way, that she doesn't deserve a little bit of space. Ruined your life. Okay. Sure, Xander. The emotional range of a tomato, really, Annie, and that's insulting to tomatoes, to be fair. I do love them. I do.
Are you guys rehearsing tonight? Why don't you play at the party?
I'm not sure that a shindig...
Hootenanny.
Bring it back, I feel.
Maybe something a little more intimate.
Yeah.
I mean, Buffy has just got home.
Uh-huh.
And a big party says, welcome, Buffy.
No.
How many votes for actual fun, huh?
Okay, no.
All right. Have it your way.
You should not roll over that easy, mate. Okay, don't you skip. He skipped. Okay, fun. How many people are going to die and be reanimated at this shindig? Sorry, hootenanny.
Hey there.
Oh, no.
Not thinking about any more flights of fancy, I hope.
Okay, yeah, because it's so casual.
Let's party. I bet you like empanadas.
Uh-huh. You are the worst, Pat.
Want to see my mom?
Please.
Mom!
Buffy, I hope you don't mind.
I don't begrudge Joyce having a friend in this time of need. She needs that too, right? Absolutely. I don't particularly like the way that Pat talks about it though. It's very breezy, very airy-fairy, very, the thing that you did. It's all your fault. It doesn't really matter. You know. You're back now. Bet you like empanadas. Come on. Open your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Like, chill, lady.
Hey, Buffy. So where do you want the band to set up?
Who are you? Yeah, mate, I would be out of here so quick if I were Buffy. A whole party? Really? Yeah. This is all what everyone else wants, isn't it? You know, Willow there having a good time. And fair play to them. It's not what, again, the thing that I was talking about before, Joyce not giving Buffy a choice. No one's listening. No one's on board with what Buffy wants. No one's asking.
You like?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and of course she's going to say that because she's trying to fit in. This thing again, she's trying to, you know, put it all back on the way it was before, but it doesn't quite fit. Again, bless her.
Is everything okay? You seem to be avoiding me.
Yeah. Interesting, actually. Sorry to interrupt this, but that line from Xander, and no one was quick, you know, and I was quick to put it on Xander. That line of, she ruined our life. No one said boo to him. Do you know what I mean? No one tore him down. No one was like, whoa, 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 excuse you. And this moment here, you seem to be avoiding me. What's going on? Do they all feel that way? I really have strong feelings about it, but I'll let it play out before I kind of, you know, rag on them, you know.
This isn't avoiding.
Everyone's avoiding, aren't they?
Okay, good.
Yeah, something's off and things aren't quite the same. All right, mate, you need to chill out, okay? We're dealing with a lot. Really? All right. Okay, so this lad's coming back, eh? What? Beautiful. Okay.
What are you doing?
Where's Joyce and Pat? Are they kissing? Hey, do you know what I mean?
Did Giles say he was gonna be late?
He was library man last time.
Well, this is an awkward...
I mean, it's great to have the Buster back.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Totally. You were kind of turning me on with that whole boy slayer look.
Wow. I'm a little annoyed at the gang, you know. I mean, I suppose because this is the thing. They don't know exactly what happened either. They don't know what she had to do, right? Buffy does need to communicate that to them. For all they know, Angel's alive, right? Okay. So I'll walk back a little, you know, let's deal with it.
Heard it was for some chick that just got out of rehab.
Wow. Yeah, it's really, yeah, wow, look at him. Pouring drinks, having a good time. It's really a bit of a commentary on how we treat people who have gone through something mentally strenuous, you know, depression, whatever it might be. And how it's just like, cool, it's over now. Back to normal. I've been through this, and I've had family members do the exact same thing. And then they realize that it's not over, and you're still, you know, it leaves marks, and it does. And then it gets to a head, and, you know, you break down again. And, like, I've had someone say to me, I thought we were past this. And it's like, no. And it's the case that I'm not okay. You know, Buffy's not okay. You know, look, I think people who have been... not in Buffy's position in, you know, the sense of what's happened, but in a similar emotional place, you know, because there are so many people who've gone through something and life just isn't the same anymore. And how many of us have come back and it's been so stark. Sometimes, you know, the people that have just kind of treated it quite lightly, you know, because it shakes your whole world, it shakes your worldview, it shapes your sense of yourself. And then people just kind of, yeah, this kind of treatment of like, cool, back to normal now, it's all fine, it's all, you know, very much, it's such an accurate representation, I feel like, of how it can feel, you know, going through that and coming back in to society, to, you know, your regular group of people, friends, family, and they just don't quite understand, and how isolating that is. And I think this lesson of mental health and the journey of something hard doesn't just end, you know, it carries on, it stays with you. You gotta be wary of that, mindful of that. You can't just treat it like it was a thing that happened and now we're past it, because that's not how it works. It isn't. And I really like the show is kind of making that point.
How you holding up, Joyce? Really?
I don't know.
Who's asked Buffy this?
All I could think about was getting her home. I could put my arms around her and tell her how much I loved her. Everything would be okay.
For you?
I thought it was going to make it all better, but in some ways, it's almost worse.
Damn. And you know, look, again, good that Pat is asking her that. I like that, but I just said, that's good, baby. They should be asking Buffy. No one's asked Buffy that. I get, again, they don't necessarily know what's happened, but kind of hoping for a bit of a Giles comeback, man. Bless you, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her wanting to leave again. You would. She's come back and nothing's changed. And like Joyce says, it's worse. Because it is, from Buffy's perspective. She's come back and still no one understands her. Okay, I mean, this is all a bit gimmicky, right? I get it, it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The more interesting stuff is kind of, I feel like, the emotional stuff this episode. All of this, you know, reintroduction into the group back home,
oh, Lord.
All this stuff. Yeah, you got it, mate. The supernatural feels a little bit like just added flavour, you know, not really important, it's just kind of there. No one's going to hear that phone, dude.
I have some information that is extremely important.
You need to make your way over, mate.
I need to speak to Buffy.
You guys gotta do a shot.
Is there a buddy here?
Bless him, he's trying. Yes, my friend. Put him on. Someone's got to find her. Joyce. Willow. Come on, reach out a hand.
You're leaving again? What, you just stopped by for your lint brush and now you're ready to go?
Hey.
It's not like anyone will mind.
No.
Oh no, have a great time. Why are you attacking me? I'm trying. Wow, and it looks so much like giving up.
I'm giving Willow a lot of room here, because she doesn't know. A lot of room. And by the way, I understand from her perspective that her friend left without a word and then never got in touch. That hurts too. I get that, but like, obviously, look, I'm the audience member. I have all of the information, right? I appreciate Willow doesn't have that, so that's how I'm judging it. So I get where Willow's coming from, but yeah, let's see. I'm gonna let this scene play out.
You guys were doing just fine without me. It's not like we had a lot of choice in the matter. You don't know what I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to.
Right, there's your in.
Wouldn't understand.
No. You gotta make a try. You gotta try.
Maybe I don't need to understand.
Brilliant.
I just need you to talk to me. How could I talk to you when you were avoiding me? This isn't easy, Buffy.
Yeah, none of it's easy.
I know you're going through stuff. So am I.
Okay.
I mean, my life.
Okay. Oz, everything happening? School?
I'm dating.
Uh-huh.
Having serious dating with a werewolf.
Yeah.
I'm studying witchcraft and killing
Hello.
vampires, and I didn't have anyone to talk to.
Fair. Valid. We're all going through something.
And you were my best friend.
Right. And I mean, look, everything that I'm talking about, it's a good point. It is a good point. And it is easy to get drawn, sucked into this thing of like Buffy. And that's the point, isn't it, right? Anything that we might be going through personally, however hard that is, however valid, however much help you should be given, that's not to say that the person next to you isn't going through something similar. We saw a lot last season that Willow was going through stuff and she put it aside for Buffy. We did see that. We did. I remember calling it out at certain points. And so, yeah, there is absolutely a lesson in that. As hard and as much as you might be going through, you don't know what anyone else is going through either. They might be having just as hard a time as you. Fair.
Do you like my mask? Isn't it pretty? It raises the dead. Americans.
Sorry.
Are you all right?
I think they'll be fine.
I wanted a call every day. It doesn't matter, Buffy. It doesn't make it okay that you didn't.
But you're not asking why she couldn't or why she didn't.
She was running away again. No, I wasn't. I'm not sure.
Well, you better get sure.
Come on. We need this conversation, not like this, though.
Don't you leave this house, young lady. That's it. You and I are gonna have a talk.
What is it? You don't get to come back, and now you don't leave this house, Joyce, huh? Just making the rules willy-nilly. Okay. All right.
Do you have any idea what it's been like?
We've all had a hard time.
Not knowing whether you're lying dead in a ditch somewhere or, I don't know, living it up.
But you told me. You're the one who said I should go. You said if I leave this house, don't come back. You found out who I was.
Thank you.
And you couldn't deal. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Buffy, you didn't give me time. You just dumped this thing on me and you expected me to get it. Well, guess what? Mom's not perfect, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't want to hear it, Buffy, but taking off like you did was incredibly selfish and stupid.
Jeez.
But you have no idea.
Yeah, they don't. You need to tell them.
What happened to me or what I was feeling.
You need to tell them.
There was nothing that anybody could do. Okay, I just had to deal with this on my own.
Yeah, and you see how well that one worked out.
Jeez.
You can't just bury stuff, Buffy. It'll come right back up to get you.
Yeah, we gotta let her get. You gotta give her time.
Time out, Xander. Put yourself in Buffy's shoes for just a minute.
Thank you. This is gonna be silly though, isn't it?
Freak of nature, right?
Okay.
Naturally, I pick a freak for a boyfriend.
Okay, stop talking.
Get out of my shoes.
You stop acting like an idiot, I'll stop annoying you.
Oh my god.
You want to talk acting like an idiot? Nighthawk?
We've all. Okay.
Okay, gonna step in now, being referee guy.
Fair enough. We've all had a hard time.
Helping, we might as well try some violence.
Ah. Jesus, okay.
Are these vampires?
No.
I mean, look.
Careful.
I don't agree with Pat on a lot of what she's done, but I don't want her dead. There's room to grow.
Oh God, the hat! She's dead!
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Cordelia's meets me.
How do we know it's really you and not Zombie Giles?
Cordelia, do stop being tiresome.
That's him.
A zombie demon called Ovo Mubani.
Beautiful.
The mask.
If one of them puts it on, they become the demon incarnate.
Oh. With a line to hell, though? I'm just saying. Get Angel on the phone. Hey, this is good. Joyce is going to see what Buffy has to deal with. Okay. Has to deal with on a weekly basis. Oh, hello. What was that about?
Willow, don't look!
Yeah. She looked. This is the thing. Joyce has kind of got to see it, to believe it, to understand.
Oh, Buffy! My body's paralyzing his eyes. Do you have to go for the eyes to defeat him? Buffy!
Okay, guys.
Hey, Pat.
Oh.
Made you look.
Huh. Didn't even need to be told, she just knew what to do. Worked it out, huh? She's good.
Never mind.
Yeah, she didn't even need you. She could do it on her own, and she can do it on her own. You're all in this by choice, right? You can help, and it's better with you, but you are choosing to be here, and they need to, you know, Scoobies, they all need to acknowledge that. They do. They can't keep putting that choice that they've made onto Buffy. They can't.
This was nothing.
It really wasn't.
Nice moves.
You too.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go, but this is a start.
Like to have a word with you?
Yes.
Where is Buffy?
Thank you.
You had no grounds for expelling her.
Yes. Gorgeous.
A tingly kind of feeling.
You got to stop saying that, though.
Is a minor and is entitled to a public education. Your personal dislike, legally entitled you.
Legally entitled.
Didn't you take it up with the city council?
I bet he did.
I thought I'd start with the state Supreme Court.
Yes.
We're powerful in local circles.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe I can make life very difficult for you.
Please do. This is what I was talking about last season, man. Giles needs to stand up to this man.
I'm not convinced.
You will be.
Would you like me to convince you?
Yeah. Come on. Just tickle his balls, do you know what I mean? Power play. That's what I'm saying. He likes his tingles, do you know what I mean? Sorry. That was filthy. I'm just going to walk that back. I am.
Communicate with the spirit world? I so wasn't ready for that. I wish I could have been there with you. I really freaked out. I have to make allowances for what you're going through. And be a grown-up about it.
Nice.
You're really enjoying this whole moral superiority thing, aren't you? It's like a drug.
Has she told him yet what actually happened with Angel? I don't think she has, right?
Trance. Bad seed. Witch.
Hooch. Beautiful. Hey, I mean, look, I'm going to leave it there. I've waffled on enough. I think a beautiful first meeting. It's got to be messy, I think, you know, like coming from last episode into this episode. I like that it was messy. As much as I'm commenting and, you know, saying this, judging. They don't know what happened. They don't. And it's easy to forget that because we know as the audience, right? So we'll see how that goes going forward. I mean, look, Buffy's got to be ready to talk about it too. You know, I'm not trying to force her to say it before she's ready, but that'll come in time. And like I say, I think it's really nice the mental health touches that have been kind of throughout this episode and how the episode is kind of focused on that. And this note of, as much as, you know, what Buffy's going through, the others have gone through stuff too. And it's all valid. Joyce, Willow, Giles, Xander, they've all gone through stuff as a result of what happened. And, you know, none of it should be elevated, de-elevated above the other necessarily, right? Like, it's all valid and should be dealt with. But everyone's got to be fair to each other. You know, everyone's got to appreciate that, to not take that out or whatever's going on with them out on someone else who's also hurting. Right. A good episode. I think the supernatural element, like I said, quite superficial, just kind of there to do its thing and, you know, supply a little bit of spice to the otherwise, you know, kind of emotional under the surface kind of stuff that's happening, the characterful moments that we're kind of paying off from, you know, end season 2 into season 3. But that's fine. It didn't lose anything for that. I think, like I say, just added flavor. Watching over this in the edit, actually, it became apparent to me that this idea of the dead coming back to life to hound the living really complements the things going on between everyone right now. Their season 2 selves are gone, dead, let's say, but the ghost of it is coming back to haunt them all. Has to be dealt with here. The zombies, in what they are, symbolize that. Anyway, that was Dead Man's Party. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first Buffy video, please do consider subscribing if you enjoyed. Links down below if you'd like to support me further. I've got early access on my Patreon and my YouTube memberships. It's at tier 2 if you're interested. Thank you, as always, to those who do support me. Genuinely, just thank you so much. Please do consider watching either of these videos right here to keep the hype train rolling. But that's all from me. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.